Despite the gas tax increase going into effect over the weekend, the average gas prices in Columbia have fallen. According to GasBuddy.com, it has dropped nearly 4 cents per gallon in the past week to an average of $1.85. That price is about 12 cents per gallon lower than the same day 1 year ago and 14 cents lower than just last month. Currently, the cheapest gas in the Columbia area is at the Costco on Piney Grove Road at $1.70. 2 years ago, an Oklahoma officer was called out on a child abuse case. They say it was one of the worst they've seen. Now, what the officer did next is setting a high standard for those in law enforcement. Patrolman Jody Thompson adopted now 10-year-old John Thompson. Back in 2015, the officer took the boy to the hospital and waited by his side as he recovered in the intensive care unit. Investigators say John was bound in a barrel and starved. They believe it happened at the hands of his biological parents. John is a straight A student now and in the gifted and talented program.
He was helpful to me. He's the reason I'm here right now.
What was the moment that you knew that this was your son?
When I seen him in that house, I knew.
As if that wasn't enough, despite Thompson's growing family at the time, he learned John's biological mom gave birth in jail to a baby girl. The Thompsons have also adopted her as well. Well, we've been to Kershaw County and we've been to Saluda County. Tomorrow on News 19 this morning, our summer tour of random acts of kindness continues. Ashley Isbicki has a look ahead to the next stop, just in time for Independence Day.
That's a big boy. Yeah. That is a big boy. Wow. You know, hats off to that mama, both of those mamas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. My brother was 10 pounds when he was born, so.
Was he really? So
yes.
He was a big boy.
He was
too.
a big boy.
Is he
yes.
still a big boy?
He's 6'4", I think, so he's tall, but he's lanky. So it kind of evened out there.
He had nowhere but up to go from there.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us for the second half hour of Friends at 5. I'm Darcy Strickland.
And I'm Kayla Bennett in for Andrea Mock. And for the most part of the day, it was sunny, humid, and hot. This is a live look at Lake Murray, but rain could be heading our way soon.
News 19's chief meteorologist Jim Gandy joins us now. He is in the Weather Center keeping his eye on some showers and thunderstorms that have popped up around the area. On the 4th of July, we celebrate our country's independence and being citizens to this great country.
Tomorrow, 18 folks in the Midlands will get to celebrate their first 4th as Americans. News 19's Nick Jones has more.
If peaches aren't your thing, maybe you could try a brand new type of Twinkie.
Hostess announced they will be making a chocolate Twinkie with peanut butter filling. This comes just after Hostess rolled out the chocolate cake Twinkies. The new chocolate peanut butter Twinkie is being sold in single-serve and multi-pack packages. You will be able to get them on store shelves within the next few days.
And you think what about that?
I'm not a huge fan of Twinkies in general.
Neither am I.
And so I'm not, I wouldn't try it.
Yeah. And you know, I feel kind of like I'm being a hypocrite when I say I don't like Twinkies, but I like the little Debbie cake rolls, the chocolate with the stuff in the middle. Because my guess is it's the same stuff in the middle, but it just doesn't seem as delicious in a Twinkie.
Yeah, maybe because the little Debbie has like the chocolate coating.
Right, yeah.
And so it's not like just the cakey-ness. So maybe that's why it tastes different,
you know,
like why you like it.
It's like people either like Little Debbie or they like Twinkies. They either like Dunkin' Donuts or they like Krispy Kreme. They either like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like you either like a Burger King burger or a McDonald's burger. Like it's hard to find that person who's like, I love them both.
Right.
So which one is it for you, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'?
Dunkin'. I'm from Maine, so Dunkin' is everywhere. We don't have a Krispy Kreme, so Dunkin' is definitely my choice.
So now that you've had a Krispy Kreme donut, what do you think about it?
I do like Krispy Kreme donuts better.
Oh.
But the reason why I go to Dunkin' Donuts is because I love their Dunkachinos.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not a huge coffee person, so I usually get the Dunkachino, so I get the mix of hot chocolate and coffee. So
that's what a Dunkachino is?
Yep, it's a mixture of hot chocolate and coffee.
Did you know that, people at home?
It's delicious.
Did you know that? Kayla Bennett coming through with the coffee knowledge for us today. Thank you, ma'am. We learned something new today on Friends at 5.
And if you do plan on having fireworks, safety experts say there are a few safety tips to keep in mind to make sure you don't have accidents like the one seen in this upcoming video. They say choose an open area outdoors, away from spectators, homes, and buildings. You need to water down the area where the fireworks will be used prior to lighting them. Palmetto Health is also warning parents against letting kids use sparklers. They say their arms are too short and the sparklers can cause severe burns. They recommend using glow sticks instead. And it is also important to remember that while you're enjoying fireworks, you should also be considerate of those who served in the armed forces. The fireworks can sound and look like missiles and gunfire that veterans experienced while in the service. You can head over to our website, WLTX.com, where you can watch our sit-down interview with one veteran who has advice on how to be courteous and why up to 20% of veterans have post-traumatic stress disorder.
From the station that's on your side, you're watching News 19 at 7.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kayla Bennett. JR has the night off. We've had a few scattered showers tonight and we might see more rainfall this evening. First, let's check in with South Carolina's weatherman, Jim Gandy. Hi, Jim.
We had a lot of thunderstorm activity develop in the western part of the state, but as it moved our way, it was diminishing, and now there's not much left at the moment.
A Columbia cemetery is now replacing the flags, vases, and flowers that were vandalized this weekend. Columbia police have arrested 24-year-old Justin Beach. He's being charged with vandalizing graves and burial grounds. His bond is set at $25,000. Today, volunteers and cemetery leaders tried to make it better by cleaning up the area and replacing the American flags. News 19's Sonia Gutierrez was there. A bank robbery suspect is back in custody after briefly escaping Richland County deputies earlier today. 37-year-old Kyson Walters was arrested for a robbery at the South State Bank on Clemson Road around 1 o'clock today. Around 3 o'clock, he managed to escape custody near Pineview Road and assaulted a deputy in the process. About an hour and a half later, deputies found Walters in a wooded area about 50 yards from where he escaped. Investigators believe Walters is also responsible for last Friday's robbery of a TD Bank on Two Notch Road. Well, the 4th of July isn't just red, white, and blue for Gilbert residents. It's also peach. News 19's Lana Harris takes us to the mouth-watering preparations for the Peach Festival. Some people in the Midlands tomorrow will celebrate their first 4th of July as citizens. 18 people took part in the naturalization ceremony at Congaree National Park today. There were folks from 15 different countries. After taking the oath of allegiance, the new citizens were given certificates. One of the newest citizens says she plans on giving back to the country that gave her freedom.
Always wanted to go to the military. I have that feeling also that I own this country or something. So I always have to pay back with that. But I don't know if I still available. I mean, I got emotional. None before I was in my mind to become a U.S. citizen or be a part of this country now.
She also plans on opening her own pastry shop in the future.